Okay, bear with me. Just going to run to Parliament Square, where we've got one of the climbers, or one of the blockaders of the News Corp has come down and wants to highlight the fact that he never had a solicitor, access to a solicitor, and wants to make a speech in Parliament Square. So I don't know if I've missed it or not. So I'm just going to run down. Bear with me. Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Lion, is he here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go and do something else.
Okay.
Go and check it out.
How you doing? How you feeling?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
More nervous than
There we go. So, yeah. So I had to just go and cover that. There's always things going on. So this is Christopher. How you doing? So I'm just gonna have a little chat with you, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hold this. Actually, I'll sit. No, it's okay. I'll sit down so you're more comfortable. There we go. So what's your name?
Christopher Ford.
Christopher Ford, okay. And you're one of the people who are part of the blockade.
That's correct. Yeah, outside the print works in Broxbourne.
Yeah. And you're there to tell the media to report about climate change.
Exactly that. Yeah. The Murdoch press and the others like it. They're not paying attention to the correct things that are needed to be discussed amongst society.
Yeah, absolutely. And you did tell me you're a little bit shy about just being interviewed, so
I am. Yeah.
no, which is fine. So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. So you were there and you're locked on. Yeah.
I was indeed locked on with about 50 other people.
Yeah.
And I was arrested there and charged with obstruction of the highway.
You arrested for?
I was in the police cell for about 13 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was. Were you fed?
I was fed and treated well enough, and it was all going swimmingly until I was released. Yeah, and at that point things started going how I felt was rather wrong. Yeah. So I wasn't given an interview, and upon release I was given some quite stringent bail conditions, which I wished to refuse. I wanted to refuse them, but the police said that they were refusing to allow me to refuse them, and that I was basically being kicked out of the police station with the bail conditions imposed on me coming from the police. I wished to speak to my solicitor at that point, and they denied me access to my solicitor. So the whole time I was in the police station, I didn't speak to a solicitor at all. And so the bail conditions say that I'm not allowed within the M25, and that I'm not allowed to protest or support XR or any other affiliated groups, which means any environmental group, within the whole of the UK until September the 13th. And I find that extremely, authoritarian. Yeah, and I wish to challenge that, and I wish to challenge that by forcing the police to arrest me so that I go to court, as I wished in the first place when I wanted to refuse the bail conditions.
Okay. That's very brave of you. Okay. So we're going to take a walk down now?
We're going to walk down to Parliament Square. I'm hoping to give a little speech, about 5 minutes, maybe a bit longer,
yeah.
And then walk towards the House of Parliament and expect to be arrested on the way, or if not sooner, maybe even while I'm talking.
Okay. Just a bit of housekeeping. Have you gone to the toilet? Are you? Have you had some water and everything?
I'm ready for that. Yeah.
Okay, you're ready. Yeah. I wasn't last time, by the way. Okay, shall we take a walk?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So Christopher is part of the blockade that has sent newspapers here and around the world into a frenzy, talking about the freedom of press has been eroded. Yet the very reason of the action is to highlight the controlled narrative of the media in this country, and to question, is it right that we can have 5 billionaires controlling over 70% of what we read and see and hear. And you know, we were asking, like, well, you know, what is freedom of press? You know, is the fact that, like, you know, the most main issues that people are concerned about, well, a lot of people, with the climate emergency, is not getting reported on. It's not being given the print media and the proper scientific scrutiny. It's being treated more like a little bit of a mild entertainment for some. I'm getting a green light. And so this is what's being challenged. You know, the people who've done it have really, you know, really drummed up the question about what is free, you know, what is freedom of press. We've learned some pretty shocking things, that the government, the press in this country, its reporting is so inaccurate that we're behind quite a lot of countries in the world in terms of fact-checking of what people are actually saying.
So I had hoped to stand next to one of my idols, Mahatma Gandhi. However, unfortunately, it's behind police tape, so I might have to just stand here and do it.
Yeah, okay. Where's your... Something to announce that you're here?
Yeah, sure. So, one moment while I just get myself prepared.
Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! This young man has come down today to get arrested. He's going to give a speech, and I'd like everybody to hear what he has to say. So please come over. Maintaining social distancing. Okay.
Are we going to mic check it?
Or? Do you want to be mic checked? We can.
I've already, yeah, well, I can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check! I would like to make a speech. Because I am about to be arrested. I would ask for people to gather around as far as my voice reaches. My name is Christopher Ford. Can I just do this bit because it's quite...
Okay. Okay.
My name is Christopher Ford. I'm a father to 2 sons and a nursery school teaching assistant. And I believe I am about to get arrested. I have come to this rebellion to demand that Parliament approve the Climate and Ecological Emergency Bill and force the government to take action and start taking the dual crises seriously. I have contacted my MP, Daniel Zeichner, on multiple occasions, by email and post, as well as attempting to visit him at Parliament. My one and only reply made no comment on the climate and ecological emergency, but instead told me that he did not sign open letters or petitions. Despite reassuring me of his environmental credentials, he was not a signatory to the Climate and Ecological Emergency Bill when it was introduced in Parliament last week. He did, however, tell me that he likes the bees. I have here a letter I wish to take to Parliament and hand deliver to my MP, since he will not contact me. So, like many of you, I was thrilled to hear that Caroline Lucas had tabled the Climate and Ecological Emergency Bill. But I was stunned that only 22 of the 650 MPs have initially backed it. And it horrifies me that the next reading will be in 6 months' time. This is an emergency. We need to take action now. not in 6 months. My main concern is for the Climate and Ecological Emergency Bill, but one cannot ignore the other crimes that we see happening around us within our society. I was arrested outside DEFRA for protesting against HS2. I spread washable paint on the road to signify the blood of the animals who are being murdered and their homes destroyed for profit, whilst 2 brave rebels locked on to a 1-ton trunk cut from the ancient woodlands.
Woo!
For spilling the washable paint, I have been charged with criminal damage. I have also been arrested outside the print works alongside with 80 others protesting against Murdoch's murderous media, whose papers spew lies, hatred and division while ignoring mankind's biggest threat. I have been charged with obstruction of the highway. I know that many rebels have been arrested, many of them unwillingly, caught in a police trap. Yeah, shame. I know that they, like I, have been given stringent bail conditions which take away our freedom of protest. I am not allowed within the limits of the M25. I am not allowed to protest nor support XR or any other environmental group anywhere within the UK. But I am not here to support XR. I am here to safeguard my son's future. I am here to protect society and the planet itself. But I am not allowed to stand here pleading for my children's future in front of the House of Commons because an authoritarian government is putting huge pressure on the police commanders, who then tell the constables to make arrests, often illegally. How many of you officers arrested the cyclist on Lambeth Bridge? Did that make you feel good? Was that the community-based police service that you joined up for? Police officers, you know the climate and ecological crises will hit you just as hard. I know there are many of you that agree with us, but you are too caught up in the system to be able to break out. You have peaceful protesters here, ordinary people, demanding a cleaner, safer future for our children, and for your children too. We are all in this together. We are peaceful, but we are determined, and we will not give up. So police officers, if you want this rebellion to stop, so you can all go home, then pass the message up the chain of command and tell the government to pass the Climate and Ecological Emergency Bill without delay.
Woo! Woo!
We will not stop. We will not stop until they do so, because this is an emergency.
Woo!
I am not allowed to stand here because of an authoritarian government using unreasonable bail conditions, unlawful arrests, stealing our phones and denying us access to speak to solicitors, all to scare us. But I am far more scared of the future and of the climate crisis than I am of Boris Johnson or of Priti Patel.
Woo!
So I challenge the authority of the government and the police by handing myself over to the court system right now to let them decide whether the police's actions and excessive bail conditions are a right and proper way to treat peaceful protesters. I go now against my bail conditions to attempt to hand deliver my letter to the House of Commons, to my MP, Daniel Zeichner, who refuses contact, so that I may peacefully protest my right to a future free from fear.
Woo! Woo!
At this point, I should shout extinction, and you would all reply rebellion, but I am not allowed to do that.
Rebellion! Rebellion!
There you go. So now I'm going to attempt to walk towards the House of Commons.
Okay.
As you may well have just heard. I wish now
Can I take some details from you?
I said, yes, I said within the speech, my name is Christopher Ford. I have nothing to hide.
Didn't get that earlier. Thank you very much. Ford, was it? F-O-R-D?
F-O-R-D.
Marvellous. Date of birth, please, sir?
I'm not going to say that while we're live streaming.
Okay.
That's quite
So,
correct.
You've been recording on that one anyway.
Yeah, it's not live streaming, this one.
Okay. Okay.
I wish to proceed to the House of the Parliament.
Well, do you want to stay here for the moment?
I wish to proceed to the House of Parliament to deliver my letter to my MP. If you wish to arrest me on the way, then you may do so. But I'm planning on going to the House of Commons. And please, I'm not too sure, I don't want to make it look like we're being aggressive by all going. Okay? I would like to go alone to go and do this. Maybe with a camera just to show you what I'm doing. But I would actually like to go alone so we don't look like we're going en masse. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Do you want?
If you wouldn't mind,
Yeah.
as long as you don't mind
Okay.
the risk.
Do you want this as well? The bus card?
Bus card, thank you very much.
Okay. He's now.
Would you like some identification? I have a bank card on me.
Have you got? You don't happen to have anything that states your bail conditions on it, do you? It would speed up us checking.
So, do you know what? I actually left them at home. In fact.
No worries, not a problem. 4131.
What's the name of your MP again?
Daniel Zeichner. He is also
Daniel
the Shadow Minister for the Environment and Rural Affairs. So you would think that he would know about the seriousness of the crises we face.
Yeah.
However, he has not contacted me in any way regarding the question I was asking him. Would he support the Climate and Ecological Emergency Bill?
Yeah.
He refused to answer that.
Okay. So watch out for the cyclists.
There's a sergeant.
Okay.
And say what my intention is.
Okay.
Sergeant, I am currently breaking my bail conditions to be here. I am not allowed within the M25. I'm not allowed to protest with XR or any other environmental group or to support them. I would kindly like to take a letter to my MP in the House of Commons. He refuses to make. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm sorry.
So I am.
Well, fair enough. I should be wearing one though.
You are the politest person I've dealt with today.
Well, I always try and be respectful to the police. If you treat people with respect, you get respect back.
Thank you. Go on.
So,
I want to put that letter
so
there.
I wish to deliver this letter to the House of Commons to my MP. He is refusing to make any contact with me by email,
That's not
by
for
post.
you.
So
That's not for you. Just
I
so you
didn't
know.
think they would get a helicopter for me. So I would like to proceed, if that's all right, against my bail conditions.
Is there a letterbox at the House of Commons?
I believe you're allowed to hand in a letter.
Letterbox there?
I believe it is. Check this out.
Well,
There
we're
is
not
a
closing
democratic
the
right
road.
that you're allowed to
in the
deliver.
road. I mean,
Okay,
obviously
then.
there's an issue if you are breaching your bail.
I am indeed breaching my bail conditions.
So when
Would
were
you
they
allow
set?
me to proceed?
Well, I need to just quickly discuss the bail and then I'll let you go.
Okay, then.
Once I know what the bail's all about. So what's the bail all about?
The bail, I was arrested outside of, well, I've been arrested twice. I've been arrested outside of DEFRA for protesting against HS2, and I've been arrested outside of the print works in Bloxbourne,
Yeah.
protesting against
Oh, yeah, I saw
the
that on there.
right-wing
Were you
press.
actually charged with offences?
I was
or were
charged.
you bailed?
I was released on the first one. I was released under investigation, and
Yeah.
the second one, and there was no bail conditions to that.
Yeah.
The second one in Bloxbourne, I was charged with obstructing the highway,
Yeah.
and my bail conditions are to not enter Hertfordshire. It's
Yeah.
fair enough, because that's where the offence took place.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed within 100 metres of any printworks factory. That's fair enough, because that's where my offence took place.
Yeah.
I am not allowed anywhere within the M25.
I think you might
I
be within the
think
M25.
I am indeed within the M25. That is where I'm breaking my
All
bail
right.
conditions.
Well-
But I do not find that reasonable, because my offence did not take place within the M25.
You should-
And
probably
the only
should have
place,
mentioned that to the
the only
custody
place I
sergeant.
can protest my rights towards our democratic centre is here within Westminster,
and that is within the M25. I am also not allowed to protest, another one of my bail conditions, I'm not allowed to protest or to support XR or any other affiliated groups.
Have you been doing that today?
Well, just by standing there. Well, as in my... Here.
I didn't hear your speech, so
Okay,
I
The entire thing recorded.
he's got your speech.
I know you did, but I'm explaining to you, sir.
Yeah, no, I know you are. I'm not.
So I am not here to support XR. I'm here
What's your
to.
first
I'm here
name?
to safeguard the future of my children.
Christopher.
My full name is Christopher Ford. I do not mind giving my full name. I am who I am.
Christopher, my name's Sergeant King. All right.
Hello,
First name's
Sergeant
Aaron. You understand you're going to have to get nicked.
I understand that
but I think
completely.
you understood that. I also heard someone say they were about to get arrested. Perhaps was that
was
you?
indeed me, yes.
So you know what the score is.
I do.
Can you deliver the letter?
May I deliver a letter first, sir?
Well, I personally don't have an issue with that, but let's just do the procedure first, and then we'll work out where we're going from there, all right?
Okay, then.
So what I'm going to ask, it was Daniel, wasn't it?
Daniel Zeichner. That's the
No, sorry, your first name.
My first name is Christopher Ford.
Sorry, I'm getting old, Christopher. Come this way, Christopher.
Is your bail courts or police?
Police. I was refused to challenge the bail conditions at the station. I said I wish to refuse them.
Oh, you did try.
I did try and refuse.
Coming from.
Okay.
I get where you're coming from. Let's get someone along to sort of do the deed, as it were. I've got no problem with that, but let's just work it out. If you've got a few minutes, and then we'll go from there, all right?
Okay. Then
What I would sooner is, because we're sort of by this crossing, can we just move up this way?
Okay. Is that all right?
Yeah.
I figure you're not going to run because you've come approaching
Well, obviously,
me.
yes.
That would be a bit stupid, a
There
bit
is
of
a
waste
lot
of
of that.
time. All right. All I'm going to do is I'm going to get an officer that's available to come and nick you.
Would I be able to deliver my letter first, sir?
I'm going to do my best for you because you seem so reasonable. So bear with me and I'll sort it out.
Thank you very much.
Governor, it's just a breach of bail.
Yeah, we're just trying to establish whether it's police or court.
Oh, right, you're actually doing the check?
Yeah, it's already done.
It did not go to court, so yeah. Sorry,
It didn't
sir.
go to court.
It didn't go to court. I wished to refuse at the time to take it.
Did
to
you get a
court.
court date though, and the conditions were as part of that?
I'm not entirely sure if there was a court date. I can't honestly remember. and I
Just give us a
haven't
couple of
got
minutes. And we'll get...
Unfortunately, I left my paperwork at home.
If I can help get that delivered, I will, all right?
Thank you.
Good.
You seem very reasonable, Sergeant.
Absolutely. I just said,
This
I
is
wish
all-
everyone was like this. It'd make my job so much easier.
Well, we are peaceful protesters.
And I know that.
And we are just
And I do
ordinary
know that,
people who
yeah.
wish to change the system that we are in, because the system is toxic and it is quite literally killing
Yeah.
us.
I've been reading all of it. This is my first day down here, but I've been reading about it, so it's nice to actually meet someone like this. I'm chuckling, not at you, but just
I
at
understand.
the
Well,
scenario. You seem
I
to be, I
understand.
can see you smirking under there as
Well,
well. so
I
we're both doing
understand that the police. I understand the police do a very difficult job. I understand that you see quite often the shittier side of life.
We do see the
right?
shittier side.
Yes, and so, yeah, but you know, we are not the shitty side of life.
Yeah.
We are ordinary people here who are peacefully protesting, wishing for a fair future that's free from fear. Yeah.
So who's your MP?
Daniel Zeichner of Cambridge.
Cambridge. I was going to say I don't recognise the name.
Let's
So
have
it's
a
not
look at
around
it.
here.
Daniel Zeichner, MP, House of Commons.
No, we're doing something else. I must assume there's a facility to drop off letters, so I'll work it out for you.
I have checked this in the past,
I think-
and I know last April there was a group of XR people who came here. It must have been a couple of hundred people who all wrote letters and tried to deliver them at the same time.
And could they?
No, they couldn't. And it's fair enough. You can't expect 200 people to all walk in there with letters at the same
Yeah.
time. However, today I'm coming on my own. And so I don't think it's unreasonable for one person to approach the House of Commons, and I am indeed a commoner. Let's not forget that I am a commoner, and sometimes I feel that the MPs in there forget that they are commoners too, and they treat themselves as lords. And it's time, by introducing the Climate and Ecological Emergency Bill, as was tabled by Caroline Lucas, we will establish a Citizens' Assembly which will take the power away from the MPs who treat themselves as lords.
Here's an interesting question then.
Yes.
You were going for commoners. Why did you pick on the sergeant,
Why did I pick
not
on
the
him?
officers?
Well, to be honest, I recognise your stripes, and I didn't see, to be honest, if I'd seen the pips, I was a bit gold, or a few bronze.
Bronze, I believe. Yes, bronze.
They couldn't be gold, I wouldn't have
No,
thought.
you
I've
wouldn't
never
get
seen
gold.
on
No,
the
you
street.
never see gold.
To be honest, if I'd seen him there, I would have picked on him. I'm sorry. But to be honest, you're such a nice gentleman, I'm glad I met you today.
It's been an okay day. I can't complain. I can't complain.
So you said you've been reading about the climate emergency.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, bits and bobs, you know. I mean,
Do you understand the science? I'm not trying to be. I'm just being quite general. I'm just, you know.
Do you know, I was thinking about it on the way into work today, and what I decided was, if anyone asked me that, say, you know, I've chosen to follow another sort of passion. So while your passion is climate change, mine is my job, which is what I do, and it takes up all my time. I've got 2 kids, so in between, they're my passion. So I'm a voyeur, sitting on the back watching what you do, and that's my input into it.
If I may say so. Okay, I think it's very honourable, because I understand the police, as I said earlier, do a have to see the shittier side of life, and you have to pick up the pieces very often. You know, I was assaulted earlier this year. First person I called was the police. You know, so you're there to help protect civilians, and I find that a very honourable thing to do. However, I would say though that the climate crisis is going to affect everybody, whether your passion is elsewhere. And I say this to all of you watching as well. Even if your passion is elsewhere, the climate crisis is going to affect all of us. We all need to do something about it, and we need to do it right now. There is no time left to take action. We need to take action now. Sorry.
That's fine. You do your bit, mate. You do your bit. Not a problem. Not a problem. What did you used to do for a living before you got onto this?
No, I still.
Is this your full-time, part-time?
No, this not. I am a nursery school teacher. I look after vulnerable 3- and 4-year-olds. The last child was had autism. The child before that had family issues at home, shall we say? So yeah, I do what I feel is an honourable job. I used to throw my passion into that. That's how I used to feel.
So you understand what I was trying to say?
Absolutely, I do. Yes.
Said perhaps quite badly.
No. You didn't say it badly at all. I just wanted to point out that the climate and ecological crisis is going to affect all of us. And so I take time away from my work, unpaid, and also getting black marks against my record to protest against the climate change. The school where I work, they have been very supportive of me. Personally, but however professionally they cannot be. So yeah, unfortunately my nursery has been affected by austerity over the last 10 years or more. Every year we've had to make more and more cuts until we've got to the point where we can no longer offer the Sure Start services and the family services and the parenting courses and all the other things that we used to offer to make our community a better community. Austerity has taken it all away from us, and to such a point where now the nursery where I work has had to close down. All but well, it's cut to 1/3 of its size. It's had to lay off nursery workers across the board. The head teacher has gone, the business manager has gone. Yeah, it's been absolutely decimated, and it's going to tragically affect our community. And that would be my. If it were not for the climate crisis, I would be out on the streets fighting that and fighting the way the bankers took the money. That really gets to me. They took the money away from the children. That's what I really care about as well. Yeah. But that is also why I'm here. I'm here not so much for my future, but I'm here for the children's future. I'm here for my children's future. I'm here for all children's futures, because the future is what we leave to them. And if we leave them a planet that is not able to be habitable, what kind of gift is that to our children?
No, exactly. Exactly.
Have we got any word coming through about whether I can take this through yet?
So in case you're just joining us, we're in front of the Houses of Parliament in London, where this brave man here is breaking his bail conditions by coming within the M25 from associating with Extinction Rebellion, and he's told that he was not allowed to associate with Extinction Rebellion or any other environmental group, and he's come to hand deliver a letter to his MP, who he's been trying to
I've tried contacting him by email. So the officer here was just suggesting that perhaps I could take the letter away and deliver it after my bail conditions are finished. That is not acceptable. We need to act now.
No,
now.
My other option was you give it to
I
me,
understand that, sir.
If
and you're saying your other option.
In the van.
Sorry, I was just explaining to the camera because I think they might have missed it. Your other option was that I may give you the letter and you will try and deliver it. However, that means I have no longer know where the letter is gone. And I appreciate you have seemed a very lovely man and that you would probably do that. However, I feel I need to hand it in person, so I know that it's got there, so I know it's got to his office, and so that I know he's going to read it and answer me.
So how do we guarantee it's got to his office? Because we ain't going to be able to walk in there, are we? I can't get in there. What chance have you got?
Well, I don't know, to be honest.
So we
Actually,
need
I
a
don't exactly know.
compromise.
Under coronavirus times, who knows what conditions
I ain't
there
gonna
might
get in
be.
there.
However, I wish to get it as close as possible up until I get arrested, essentially,
Oh.
and that'll be my way forwards. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll know soon enough. I won't keep anything from you. I'll let you know straight up.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
There you go. That was
You may not want to discuss it on the camera, but was that the first time you got nicked the other day when you got released on your investigation?
I've been arrested at the April Rebellion, the October Rebellion, and other protests within Cambridge, all for the same reason, to fight for a fairer future.
So you've been arrested a few times
I had for doing
climate stuff,
for doing minor protesting, such as sitting on a road. In October, I was arrested for trespassing because I sat outside of Barclays singing songs.
Singing songs.
Singing songs.
You must be one bad singer.
I'm not that bad. Just a shame I didn't have my guitar.
there you go.
If you start singing now, you're definitely nicked, all right?
There you go. There you go. So you're nicked for outside Barclays.
Yeah, on Canary Wharf, yes.
So Barclays, since signing the Paris Accord in 2015, have invested 85 billion in new oil and gas extraction.
That does not surprise me at all.
You know, so this is what we're up against.
They are absolute criminals, yes.
It's simple science. You crunch the numbers. There's 2.1 trillion dollars being invested. Oh, here we go. So,
hello there.
How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good. You've alerted us that you have breached your police court bails.
That's correct,
Okay,
yes.
bail conditions. Those conditions are not to be within the M25.
That's correct.
And not to be involved in any protest, specifically one that associated with XR.
Or any
Alright?
other environmental group is.
Perfect. Well, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later are in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Okay. The necessity for your arrest is to put you before a court.
That is what I wanted, yes. I want to go before the court to challenge the bail conditions.
Perfect. What we're going to do is we're going to search you under section 32 of PACE, okay, to ensure you've got nothing on you that could either aid your escape
So may
or
I
harm
ask,
yourself.
can I just quickly ask, sir?
Of course you can.
Now that you've arrested me, am I no longer allowed to head towards the House of Parliament to deliver a letter to my MP?
Not currently, okay.
Okay.
Chris, we just put the letter in your bag because we'll keep all your
Yes,
belongings. We'll keep them all safe.
I'd like to put it in my bag.
We're not going to look at your letter or anything. We'll just put it in your bag.
That's right. I would actually like then to read my letter out, if you don't mind, seeing as it's not going any further.
it's quite small.
Dear Mr. Zeichner, I have written several emails to you, posted letters. I have asked you for a meeting and tried to hand deliver a letter to you at the Houses of Parliament, only to be stopped by police on several occasions. I demand to meet with you, my representative. A written reply will not be possible since the police have confiscated my telephone in order to bully me. I am here in Parliament Square and I would like you to come out and meet me. I demand to know why you have not backed the Climate and Ecological Emergency Bill, despite having voted for declaring an emergency last year within Parliament. I demand you do back the bill and give every effort to encourage all MPs to do likewise, especially all those MPs who voted to declare a climate and ecological emergency in May of last year. I demand you use all means to hasten this bill through Parliament and its procedures. This is an emergency and we do not have the time for procrastination. Yours sincerely, Christopher Ford.
Should I just hold up the letter? There you go. Well, you
Okay,
got
Christopher, perfect. Thank you. Do you want to pop your letter? We don't want to lose your letter, so you pop it in there. We look after your belongings.
Yep.
Okay, we'll make sure that's safe for you.
Thank you very much.
Just to help us along, do you have anything else in your possession that
I
you
do
just...
have some things in my pocket.
Can you
I
just
make
have
sure I travelled light without hiding anything.
Yeah, no, of course. Okay, have you got anything that you in your pockets though we could just take now? Just
Yes,
say
you
your
can,
pockets
you
are-
can empty my pockets.
It's alright. We just want to just make sure there's nothing that could hurt you or hurt us.
No, that's all it is.
Oh, like I say, everything will keep safe.
Should I read that to the camera?
I'm just going to hold on to it now, Christopher. We just want to move the process along and get things moving. Obviously, then we can do what we can.
Okay. what I just wanted to read there, if I can memorise it, was by Dietrich Bonhoeffer, an anti-Nazi theologian who was murdered in the concentration camps in 1945. We are not to be the bandage. Damn it, let's try and remember this. We are not to be the. Oh. We are not to be the bandage. We are not to be the bandage for the injured, for those who are injured under the wheels of injustice. We are to be the spoke to drive into the wheel itself. I think I've remembered that one.
That sounded right. Sounded right.
We got really requested space.
Yeah, we've got transport on the way.
Yeah, so we have. So, Chris, just bear with us, okay? So appreciate your cooperation.
Yes?
Just bear with us.
Can I take my pockets back in?
Of course you can.
We're probably just going to stay in the back, Chris.
Thanks,
When
sir.
we get to the custody, they'll go for it all.
Yep, I understand that.
So write all in to make sure
Yep.
when we get up. I believe, because you know, you'll see, you're not going to go past at the moment.
Well, I did hand myself in. So
No, appreciate your cooperation. We acknowledge that. Okay, you've
Yep,
cooperated.
thank you very
with us.
much, yeah.
Do you have any health conditions or anything else that we need to know about?
I'm not going to discuss it with stuff in personal
Sure.
stuff like
Okay.
that.
No, appreciate.
Our
Yeah.
lives, please.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate that. Do you want to sit in our carrier for a minute while we wait for the Pixie then, just to get you out of public view?
I'm quite happy to be in public.
Yeah. Okay. I just want
to be in
to
public.
just give you respect and courtesy. That's all.
I understand that.
If you want to sit in the
Thanks very
carrier,
much.
I'm happy to do that. Otherwise, we're going to wait here for a
Thank you very
special
much.
van just to take you and the officers off to custody.
Thank you very much for offering
Yeah,
me that.
okay.
So that I'd like to stay out.
Okay.
Do we know which
I don't know
where
the
we're
moment,
going?
no.
No. Okay.
You are under
Yeah,
arrest for the site of it. You are under arrest for the Yes.
But for breaking bail.
Yes. Okay. All right.
GT Inspector 2. You're all 221, Alpha. Read this chap that's been arrested Parliament's flag. Do you know where he's going up?
In case you're just joining us, we're outside the Houses of Parliament, where Christopher has come to hand deliver a letter to his MP, highlighting the ecological and climate emergency and asking his MP to support the climate and ecological emergency bill. Christopher was arrested a couple of days ago in front of a News Corp, and has openly broken bail conditions to come here to hand deliver a letter, and has handed himself over to the police officers. They're now waiting for a van.
All right. You there?
I was on there on Saturday.
When all the cyclists were there.
Yeah, that's right.
I just gave you the speech.
All right, okay.
You're back doing your job, I'm back doing my job.
The cyclists,
You know what I mean?
how you felt was the right thing to do. You were arresting people who were just going on a bike ride. For the majority of them, I understand that there were some knocking on, but the majority didn't wish to be there. And I was just wondering, not just yourself, but I was asking all police, does that make you feel right? Is that the right thing to do? Is that what you joined the police service for? To arrest peaceful protesters who are going about their business, riding their bikes? I wish I'd remember the rest of the speech.
Oh, Christopher, our vehicle's here.
Wonderful.
Okay, just let it pull up and we'll get you safely in the back of it.
Do you know which station I'm going?
It's for, yes, South Woolworth.
Sierra. Mike Sierra, they said, but I don't know where that is personally from the code.
So just, okay, it is
That is what
Legal
South London.
services, sir.
Yeah, it's definitely south somewhere.
Woolworth.
Yeah. Obviously, you have your rights and entitlements. Want to jump in with us then?
Are you going
Could
to?
you clarify
Thank you very much.
Go for it.
Could you clarify where they're taking you?
They told me Woolworth. I'll double check.
It's now being put into the back of the police van. It's getting brought to Woolworth. Yeah. Yeah. I'm live streaming at the moment. Yeah.
We think it's fine. We think he might have lost a piece of paper that he might need.
Oh, his bus card.
Yeah.
I gave him a bus card.
Yeah, I think they took it out of his pocket.
No, it was a different. It was a little. It was something different. It was a quotation. Yeah. Spin around here. So, let's make sure nobody around me. So yeah, yet again, quite amazing scenes from outside the Houses of Parliament. To start with, we went via Department of Energy, Business and Industrial Strategy, where a man was highlighting the damaging report that by the own government's admission we're heading for 4 degrees of warming from inaction on the climate emergency from our government. And we had Christopher, who's travelled down to London today to purposely break bail conditions to give him a chance to actually have a solicitor. Last time he was arrested, he was denied access to a solicitor, and he was given bail conditions that he wasn't allowed to object to. So very brave, he came down here within the M25. He's not allowed to associate with Extinction Rebellion or any other environmental group, so which is quite important. So it's not just Extinction Rebellion, it's the fact that it's also any other environmental group. He very bravely he came over here to the Parliament Square in front of his hero, Gandhi. Made a very, very passionate speech and explained very eloquently to the officers why he was here, and explained to them that he has actually broken his bail conditions, and that he was handing himself in to get arrested. The whole thing happened very, very peacefully. Yeah, just hold on a sec. Everything okay? I'm live streaming, yeah. Do you want to talk to me afterwards?